feeling in your yadayim?
I did, especially when I was muting. I was feeling, they're kind of tingly.
Just reaching for those mute buttons reminds you of Shabbat, right? I got a Shabbat feeling in my yadayim, in my yadayim, in my yadayim. Got a Shabbat feeling in my yadayim, in my yadayim today. Rabbi, did you get a Shabbat feeling all the way down in your raglayim?
I did, and I'm going to show you my slippers. Oh, God.
You know what? I took my slipper off, and I'm just showing my sock now.
Here's my raglayim.
I got a Shabbat feeling in my raglayim, in my raglayim, in my raglayim. Got a Shabbat feeling in my raglayim, in my raglayim today. It's like doing the can on Zoom. Now, did you get a Shabbat feeling all over? Okay, that is the question. Was it all over, like every piece?
Yes, it was all over.
It was all over? Everyone's got to stand up. I got a Shabbat feeling all over me, all over me, all over me. I got a Shabbat feeling all over me today. Ooh, I see some fancy stepping over there.
Wow, now that I have that feeling, I feel like I need something. I have something right over here. Let's see what it is. Do you see what that is? What do we have over here? We have some candles. We're going to bless our candles now and say a little kiddush. Okay, so I'll do it with you. So what we do is we bring over the lights, I'm going to magically light it. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Wonderful. I always like to do my Shabbat eyes here. Here's how you do the Shabbat eyes. Let's see. You clench them really, really tight, and then you let go. And then you can see, well, if you put on your glasses. Oh, Cantor's got the Kiddush. Okay, wonderful. So I'll turn it over to Cantor to lead us in the Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Everyone say, Amen.
Okay, wonderful. L'chaim, to life. Let's try to see if you can do this now. Who can do that? Anyone can do that? Ooh, Joanne can do it. Miss Linda's having trouble. You want to try? This is what we call doing the Spock. Cantor's pretty good at this too. We're going to bless our kids right now. And what we do sometimes is we could use our Spock fingers, or we could put our hands on our kids' heads, and we bless them in the name of our ancestors. So we're going to first bless the girls, and we bless our girls in the name of Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Yisimech Elohim Kisara, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. May God make you like Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. And then for the boys, we say Yisimcha Elohim Ephraim v'Menashe. May God make you like Ephraim v'Menashe. Yivarech Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha. V'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and watch over you. May God lift God's face to you and shine God's light upon you and grant you comfort, and lift God's face to you and grant you peace.
Amen.
Oh, amen. All right, so this is a very important week we're heading into. We've been counting for a long time. Raise your hand if you like to count. Who thinks that they're really good at counting? Raise your hand. I know Joanne is actually really good at counting. Okay, Who thinks that they could count to one for 1 week every day? Who can count for a week? How many days is a week? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Sheva days, 7 days in a week. But who here can count to 2 weeks, which is 14 days? Anyone can count up to 14? Okay, I see some of you can. Anyone can count to 3 weeks? That's 21 days. That's a lot. Now we're getting harder. What about 4 weeks? 28 days. That's pretty hard. 5 weeks, 35 days. Now we're getting really hard. And 6 weeks, 42 days? I don't know. That's getting too hard for me. What about 7 weeks, 49 days? Because that's the important number. 40. Miss Linda can count to 49. Wonderful. You're graduate. So we've been counting for quite a while, and we're counting up to an important day, which is really just a little more than a week away, which is Shavuot. That is the day we receive the Torah. I'd like to tell you a quick little story, if my computer is cooperating. Oh, there it is. Okay. That has to do with Shavuot and has to do with what is going to happen. How many of you have ever climbed a mountain before? We're going to look at some mountains, and it's really cool. I put together this cool presentation for you. So let's see how this goes. Oops, sorry, 1 second. I forgot to press my present button, so 1 second. All right, here it goes. Okay, this story is called, "Would the Real Mount Sinai Please Stand Up?" There we go. All right. There are so many different types of mountains in the world. It's amazing. Let me show you some of them. We have pointy mountains. We have round mountains. We have small little bitty mountains full of trees. And we have really, really tall mountains. We have mountains in the desert. And this is my favorite one. Oh, it's snowy mountains. We have some of these near Buffalo. And we have mountains that are even underwater. Look how cool that is. So long time ago, God had to decide which one of these mountains should receive the Torah. Where should the Torah come down? This is the 10 Commandments. Where should God give those 10 commandments, those 10 important rules? So all the mountains in the world wanted the Torah. They were all saying, me, 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 me. We all want the Torah. I want the Torah. Especially Mount Hermon, which is the snowy mountain on the top of Israel. And it was saying, I'm the tallest in Israel, in the Holy Land. I should get the Torah. Mount Zion, which is where we would have the temple later on, said, I want the Torah. I'm in Jerusalem. I deserve the Torah. And meanwhile, Mount Everest, even the tallest mountain in the whole world, wanted the Torah. Which one would get the Torah? We all want the Torah. They all said, me, 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 me. But only one mountain stayed very quiet. She was in a tiny little out of the way place. This is the mountain that we're talking about. Which mountain is that? She couldn't possibly receive the Torah, but she did. Her name is Mount Sinai. There she is in the middle of the Sinai wilderness. You can barely see her over there. But she was the perfect mountain in between Egypt and Israel. And she was very modest, and she received the Torah. And here is a happy mountain. A cute little story, right? We have another one Miss Bergman wants to share with you, and it's about no rules for Michael.
No rules for Michael. So Shavuot celebrates when Moses went up to the top of Mount Sinai and he brought 10 good rules to live by down. What were those rules called? Do you guys remember? The 10 Commandments. Okay, I have a little song about the 10 Commandments before I read the story. It goes like this. You can do this with me with your fingers. Put this up. 1 little, 2 little, 3 commandments, 4 little, 5 little, 6 commandments, 7 little, 8 little, 9 commandments, 10 commandments that Moses brought down. Can we do it backwards? 10 little, 9 little, 8 little commandments, 7 little, 6 little, 5 commandments, 4 little, 3 little, 2 commandments, 1 commandment that Moses brought down. I like it better the other way. 1 little, 2 little, 3 commandments, 4 little, 5 little, 6 commandments, 7 little, 8 little, 9 commandments, 10 commandments that Moses brought down. Okay, this story is about a little boy named Michael who goes to school and he doesn't think we should have rules. Let's see what we think about that. Michael's class was learning about the 10 Commandments. When the Jewish people received the Torah, his teacher said, they received the 10 Commandments, God's special rules that show us how to live. We should not hurt others. We should not steal. We should honor our parents, Miss Sharon explained. We also have special rules here at school. Can you think of some rules we have in the classroom? You shouldn't hit anybody, Julie answered, or stand on the furniture, added Sam. You should share your toys, said David, and help at cleanup time, Rachel replied. Those are all good rules. Michael was sitting with a frown on his face. Miss Sharon looked at him and asked, do you have something to add, Michael? I don't like rules, Michael replied. It would be a lot more fun if we could do whatever we wanted. School would be the best place if we didn't have to follow the rules. Miss Sharon smiled and said, all right, Michael, tomorrow we won't have any rules. Then you can decide if you like having rules. Yippee! Shouted Michael. The next morning, Michael ran into the classroom excited that there would be no rules. Suddenly, he tripped over Julie's backpack and nearly fell. Hey, Julie, your backpack's supposed to go in your cubby, yelled Michael. No, it's not, replied Julie. There are no rules today. Michael shrugged and walked over to the puzzle table. As he began working on a puzzle, Rachel grabbed one of the pieces. Hey, I need that piece, said Michael. Give it back. There aren't any rules today, Rachel reminded him with a giggle. I don't have to share. At circle time, Michael wanted to show his friends his new dinosaur, but no one would listen to him. David was racing his new car back and forth across the floor as several of the children squealed with delight. You have to be quiet. It's my turn, Michael demanded. No, we don't, responded David. There are no rules today. On the playground, Michael waited for his turn on the tricycle. Sam was pretending to be a firefighter racing to a burning building. He zoomed by Michael several times. Woo, 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 he screamed, trying to sound like a siren. May I have a turn now, Sam? Michael asked hopefully. No, sang Sam in his siren voice. There are no rules today. At snack time, Jonah playfully grabbed some of Michael's crackers without asking. Michael didn't say anything. There are no rules today, he thought sadly as a tear slid down his cheek. What's wrong, Michael? Miss Sharon asked gently. I thought having no rules would be fun, Michael tearfully replied. I could do whatever I wanted, but I haven't been able to do anything I wanted today. No one will listen to me. No one will give me a turn. No one will share. I guess rules are important. Rules show people how to care about each other. Miss Sharon hugged Michael. You're right, she agreed. That's why God gave us the 10 Commandments, and that's why we have rules here at school. We need to treat others the way we want to be treated. Do you think we could have our rules back tomorrow? How about right now? Replied Miss Sharon with a smile. Children, when you finish your snack, it is cleanup time. Yippee, shouted Michael as he rushed to be the first one to pick up some toys. All right. Should I go right into the craft?
Well, I think we were gonna do the hamotzi first.
Okay.
But that was a wonderful story. Let's raise our 10 commandment fingers. That was wonderful, Miss Linda. Thank you. We do have hamotzi, and we're gonna bless. Oops, that's the wrong way. Sorry, I was trying to. We're gonna bless our bread, and Joanne has a challah there. So Joanne, why don't you lead us in hamotzi?
Thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
Amen.
What a nice challah there. So Miss Linda, you have a craft for us.
I do have a craft. Okay, so if you have paper in the house, you can have a big piece of paper like a 18 by 12, or if you just have a smaller size, you just fold it in half. Do you want to get paper, guys, or no? And while you're getting
so cool.
Yeah, while you're getting your paper, you could start thinking of some rules that you need to follow either at home or in your classroom, because you're going to make yourselves a 10 commandment, but it could be your own rules. I wrote down some rules that are from the 10 commandments, but you can do your own rules. Okay, so if you have a like 11 by 9 paper, you just fold it in half. Like that. The lengthways is good, but either way works. Okay, I see Jacob is working on his. Now, if you have the bigger paper, you fold it in half, and then you open it up and you fold it towards the middle, and then the other half towards the middle, and then you fold it like that, okay? Then what you want to do is you make a line like this across the top. And you're going to need a scissors and some crayons or markers. Okay, show me your paper when you're ready to cut. Okay, good. So then you're going to take your scissors very carefully, and you're going to cut on that half circle line. Okay, like that. And then when you open it up, you have two sides, and it kind of looks like the 10 Commandments slab, right? So maybe on the top you want to write or have your parent help you write 10 commandments.
I wonder what kind of rules they're going to choose.
Yes. Maybe you guys can unmute and we can talk about it. What rules would you like to put on your 10 commandments? And you can decorate it with, I have stickers on mine, but you can draw and color. Jacob, can you think of some good rules that you have either at home or in the classroom? What's a rule you have? You need some help? Maybe mom can help you with some rules that you have maybe at home.
Take turns. Everybody take turns.
Okay, that's a good rule. How about you, Ellie? You want to unmute and tell me a rule that you have?
Of course.
What's a good rule that you have?
Well, I was going to say they're not actually that important, but I was going to say pick out the movie that we all want.
Okay, so you should, you should think about everybody's feelings when you choose, right? Okay. So on your commandments, you can make, I have the 10 here. I can read these. You want me to read what I have on the 10 commandments? So the first one is pray to only one God. There is only one God. The second one I have is do not pray to idols. Third is do not say bad words. Celebrate Shabbat. Honor your parents. Do not hurt anyone. Love your spouse. Do not steal. Do not tell lies. And do not be jealous. Now, those 10 commandments were the start that became the Torah. And then a lot more commandments came into play when we wrote the Torah. Lots and lots of rules to follow. And some rules are things you should do, and some rules are things you shouldn't do. Like maybe you should share with your brothers and sisters. That could be a should rule. But a shouldn't rule would be we should not fight or hurt our brothers and sisters. Right?
While everyone was getting their 10 commandments, Noam came in and he gave me a robin egg. Unfortunately, we have a robin nest by our garage, and unfortunately, this one didn't make it. But I think helping nature and protecting birds is a really important commandment too, don't you think?
Being kind to animals. That's a great rule. I like that rule.
Well, maybe we should let them work on that. And maybe we can sing our 10 Commandments song again. That was so much fun. I'd love to do that again.
1 little, 2 little, 3 commandments, 4 little, 5 little, 6 commandments, 7 little, 8 little, 9 commandments, 10 commandments that Moses brought down. 10 little, 9 little, 8 commandments, 7 little, 6 little, 5 commandments, 4 little, 3 little, 2 commandments, 1 commandment that Moses brought down. 1 little, 2 little, 3 commandments, 4 little, 5 little, 6 commandments, 7 little, 8 little, 9 commandments, 10 commandments that Moses brought down.
Well, I think we had a lot of fun together. It was so much fun to spend Shabbat with you. And we wish you a Shabbat Shalom. And we hope that you follow your commandments. And we also wish you a happy holiday of Shavuot coming up. So Shabbat Shalom from all of us. Great to see you guys.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.